Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Adam Learn to Play Stellaris with me, Adam. If you're here from Reddit, you'll recognize me as Schwartz, and I'm joined this evening by my co-host.
Hello. I am barely for this game. I kind of know what I'm doing, but have yet to fully complete a game.
I think you cut up there for your name. Sorry. Yes, his name.
Apologies. My name is Alid.
Now then, I'll be going very quickly over the race creation screen. Very quickly. There's nothing really much to see here. First thing first, we have your appearance. It's all well and good. Oh, before I continue any further, will be played with all the DLC as of today. So, Synthetic Dawn, Utopia, Humanoids, and all that good stuff. Leviathans. So then, back onto the task at hand. Your species name, if you have biography over there. You also have your name lists, and your prefixes. So you can get into the spirit of things. Alright then, on to the good bit, the traits. As you can see, I've picked Intelligent, which gives you plus 10 to Society, Physics, and Engineering. We have Communal, which gives all your pops 5% extra happiness. Is all well and good. Right, we have the negatives. We have Sedimentary, which increases slows down migration, which slows down how fast pops move from planet to planet. It also increases the cost for them to be resettled, which is basically forcing them to move. We also have Deviant, which reduces your government ethics attraction. This basically means your pop is more likely to select a different ethic than to the ones that into your core government values. For example, you could be a xenophile, and if you're a deviant, your pop might switch to, I don't know, xenophobe, which could cause some very interesting situations to happen. And then finally, we have strong.
Can also cause some issues. Not Unity generation.
Yes. We have strong. It's pretty self-explanatory. Your race is strong. It adds plus 20 army damage and plus 5 minerals. All well and good. More power and more resources. Next, we move on to the ruler. This is pretty simple. Just pick how your ruler looks like. Change the rooms. All that good stuff. Change their clothes. Names, champ, ruler titles. And then we have the home worlds. It's all well and good. You have dry, wet, frozen. You also have the other scale, which is all that. Basically, how dry, how wet, and how frozen you want to be. Which is pretty much. We also have your city appearances. This is more just for aesthetic. So you see, I have the humanoids one selected because I like that one. Right then, we're on to the biggest part of this, your ethics. Alright then, as you can see, I've chosen Militarist, Egalitarian, Mechanist. This is quite an easy one, I feel. It's a good all-rounder for a starting empire. Very nice and easy to play with. Your good coverage of all things. The ones I've not selected are Xenophobe, because I was Xenophile. Not really concerned with aliens, to be honest. They're there. Pacifist, because, I don't like to be bullied.
I mean, being a pacifist, just at least level 1 pacifist, just means you can't do unrestricted wars.
As I was saying. Also authoritarian, because, don't like to follow the rules. Basically. Spiritualist. Yeah, I just prefer robots. Which leads me on nicely to my civics. We start with Mechanist.
It's very true. You do prefer robots.
Back onto the Mechanist, which basically grants you 2 robotic pops when you start the game. It also gives you access to the robotic technology and powered armor exoskeleton research tech, which is also very useful. It also reduces the cost by 5%. We also have meritocracy, which is one of my personal favorites, which basically gives you an extra slot for a leader, and all leaders get a +1 to their skill cap. This is very useful, as higher level leaders will give you more research, more unity, more influence, more minerals, all that good stuff. On to the next page, we have your advisor voices. This is also for aesthetic. I've chosen this.
Integrity failing, decompression imminent. It's been an honor, Captain.
Well, the diplomat.
Knowledge, discovery, compassion, integrity, and hot tea.
Yeah.
This channel is now under military
But I'm
control.
sticking with the
Await
soldier for
all
now.
instructions transmitted here and
We have Empire names. This is also for the aesthetic. You can name it whatever you want, pretty much. Your flag. Flag is your flag. That's pretty self-explanatory, wouldn't you agree? What you're going to be defending for the game. Also have your starting weapons. I've chosen for now. They're good. They're very good for starting out, as they're quite long range. But I guess you take projectiles and energy. Projectiles are more good at cracking shields. Energy is more good at cracking armor. And missile weapons are generally just an all-rounder. Well, not really, but they work. So have your FTL methods.
Have the option of being shot down by
Point
picking into
defenses.
weapons.
Yes,
Point
good.
defenses.
Thank God, that's a very good point. We also have warp travel. We also have your FTL methods, which are warp travel, hyperspace travel, and wormholes. This is pretty self-explanatory over here as well. Warp if you're a first-time player. Hyperspace travel is interesting. You basically get stuck traveling across lines from planet to planet. Wormhole.
I'd probably recommend starting on hyperspace at this point, because when 2.0, the hyperspace will be the default after all.
Good point. Yes, we're going to be sticking with that, as others rightly pointed out. Oh, apologies, I forgot my government types as well. Apologies. Yes, we have 6 government types. Democracy, oligarchy, dictatorial, imperial, hive mind, and machine intelligence. See, the last 4 are grayed out. This is because I've selected the egalitarian.
Which means
See, you're cutting out there. Apologies. You are cutting in and out.
I see. I have no idea why.
Yes. See, we only have sections of democracy and oligarchies. I'm thinking the oligarchy for this one, as I prefer it over democracy. Makes things.
Yeah. The longer between elections, the better.
Also, ship. Finally, we have ship appearance, all that good stuff. I'm going to take with the humanoids one, because, like I said before, I like the humanoids one. Also, have I... Which one my planet is the correct one now? Yes. Alright then. So then, basically we have your multiplayer game, usual stuff. We're playing on a small, elliptical, 5 AI empires. Advanced stats are off. 1 fallen empire. 1.5 primitive civilizations. Question set we set to 0.75. Habitable world is set to times 2. The AI question is normal. And we just lost Alid. Not off to a great start. Best of rest is normal. Difficulty normal. FTL methods any. Advanced neighbors is off, and clustered players. We have the DLCs here. I guess we just wait for Alid again now.
I am attempting to rejoin ASAP.
Production quality, you can smell it.
Top tier.
One of the best.
10 out of 10. Would produce again.
I think I actually know what that smell is. That's the money burning from all the production value we have.
Yep.
Just burning away. But yes, I'd like to thank the people that have joined us so far. From Reddit, if you're still here. Must be surprised if you are.
Mm.
But yes, I'd like to extend a gracious thank you. And while we're just sitting here, continuing to wait. We can get started.
Come on. Stop trying to connect and connect. There we go.
Technical difficulties, please stand by. Stand by. Stand by.
Ready?
Alright then. After Alan has graciously cycled his way here by the time it took him.
Rude.
We need a game by the time we got here. Alright then, into the great expanse we go. Alright then. Are we ready, Alid?
I think we're good.
Alright then, before I press the play button, I want to go over a few bits and pieces we have in the UI. You can see these three drop downs. These are your techs, as you can see here. That's your technologies. Physics, society, and engineering. These are very important as they allow you to research very powerful units and items and stuff and buildings and stuff for your empire. I see in physics now we have three choices. We have global energy management, gravitic sensors, and orbital energy conservation, which are all good. In my personal opinion, though, I always start with the solar panel network. It seems like the best choice out of usually the starting three.
Early game, you need to be concerned about power generation because of all the mining outposts, etc. you're going to be putting out there. And also the huge drain colony ships put on your economy.
Yes, we'll get to that later. In society, we have heritage sites, basically another building. We have orbital hydroponics. That is a modification to your space station, or spaceport, I should say, along with solar panel networks. Is also another modification. And we also have biodiversity studies, which will unlock your building, which is a biolab. This is a specialist form of lab, which will grant you bonuses to society. I'm going to go with the biolabs, and finally we have engineering. And here we have nanocomposite armor, ion thrusters, and engineering facility. The engineering facility is basically the same as the society labs, ionic thrusters, and nanocomposite armor. Are basically modifications for your ships, which we'll get to that later. I think again I'm probably going to go with the engineering facility because I like me some research. And before I leave the screen, let's go about the traits that the scientists will get. As you can see here, they're represented by these circles. Our first one has maniacal, which will grant +5 to research speed. That is actually very good. Our second one also has Spark of Genius. This is also extremely good as it will grant plus 10 to research. And finally, our last one has Adaptable, which grants plus 25 to experience gain. This is also useful. I think I'm going to swap these two around because I would like to get the solar panel to work a bit quicker. So as you say, I've gone into the leaders menu. It shows you all the leaders you have at the moment. Currently we only have 4, which are our 4 scientists. Our 4th scientist actually is in the research vessel right here. We'll get to that in a moment. But yes, I'm going to swap them around for this one. Swap around and then reassign him to there. It's all well and good. Now that that's out of the way, we're going to close that and leave that to tick away. Now let's talk about some of the more interesting items here. Our first one, this yellow lightning bolt, is our energy credits. As you see, we're currently generating 6 a month with a stockpile of 100. This is basically your economy, how much you have to spend on items such as maintenance for ships and buildings and other special projects and the like. Our next one is minerals. This is also another important part of your economy. This is your raw materials you use to construct all sorts of things. Pretty much everything is built using minerals. Amounts from small little buildings on the great mega structures. These will all use minerals to build, but I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there. We'll be seeing mega structures for a while. Next off, we have your food. This is pretty self-explanatory. You need food to eat. No food is bad. Starvation is bad.
Very bad. Tends to people into a riotous anger if you don't have enough food.
I don't know how that feels. We'll get very angry on an empty stomach. Next on our influence. Influence is basically how do I describe that? This is basically more diplomatic capital. How much sway you have. How we use this to mostly research. I say research and other things such as certain buildings will also require influence, certain anomalies and missions will either cost influence or grant influence depending on what happens.
You also need influence to place frontier outposts and for the establishment of colonies.
Indeed. Next thing on our list is unity. Unity basically represents, as I like to think of it, is your national spirit. How united your people are. These will grant you, once you reach a certain threshold, traditions, which are powerful trees that you can go down, which will help define your empires. As you can see, we do not have access to any of them yet, as we have not reached the threshold of 72 influence, as we are only generating 2 a month. Just close that.
Very similar system to the culture gains in Civilization 5.
Correct. Next on the list we have your physics research output, your society research output, and your engineering output. These will also be These will affect how fast you research your technologies. Next thing we list. Also, certain special projects will require physics, society, or engineering output, depending on what they entail. Next on our list is strategic resources. These are special items that can be found throughout the galaxy. Won't be seeing any of them for a while as they need to be researched. Next on the list is the number of planets you can keep under your control. There's 1 of 3 so far. This will increase over time, whether by tradition, by technology, or by ascension perk. As of now, we have the base of 3. One is already taken up due to your starting planet. And the lastly, for now, is the naval capacity. This represents how many ships you can support and you control. And when I mean ships, I mean military ships, such as these 3 lovely corvettes here. Currently stand in orbit. Very nice. That will also be increased with technologies, traditions, and technologies, and
Technologies, research, space stations.
and space stations indeed, and also your population will also affected as well. The more crews, also certain civics will also affect it. Right then. So now that we've gotten the basic resources out of the way, we're going to move on to this screen, your government screen, represented by the last symbol in the corner. This basically represents this is basically broad strokes of your government. As you can see, we have our leader. Your leader also gets traits when you start the game. These are completely randomized. As of now, we currently have Space Miner, which increases the speed of which construct the ships. These here will build mining stations, and it will also reduce their cost for mining stations as well. And our next one is Architectural Sense, which will reduce the cost of buildings on planets. I feel there's space for a third one, but he has not unlocked yet. We have the civics and the ethics. We also have the modifiers. This is also randomized. Agendas are especially for oligarchies. These are basically these agendas. As you can see, this here has fleet expansion, which reduces the cost of military ships by 10%. The upkeep ships by 5%, and their build speed by 20%. Here we have our time for our next election, which will be 22. Apologies, which will be 2220, 1st of the 1st. We can also reform government, which will cost 250 influence. We're not going to be doing that yet, as this will obviously change all the government types, your civics, all that good stuff. Next we have the budget screen. Simple as pretty much what's going in and what's going out, energy credits wise, any economic effects, such as reductions. So we currently have -5 ship upkeep, -10 ship cost, and -10 building costs, thanks to our leaders' traits and modifiers. Next we have the demographic. This will represent, here is the population. We show you what population makes up your empire. As you can see, currently we have 6 Lao, which are the human species, and we also have 2 robots. The traits also displayed there. And now then, we have pop facts. This is what special modifiers your population gets. As you can see, because of strong and power exoskeleton, we have +5 to minerals, which is very nice. Alright then, I've started now. I've done enough talking for a bit. Alan, tell me, are you ready to begin the game?
I'm quite ready.
Alright then. I've now unpaused the game, and I'm now going to click onto Home Nation, or Home Planet. It's very nice. Actually, we have a governor here. He's also a leader that can be purchased with influence. You start with one though. You also have edicts. We have some nice edicts here. Can't afford any of them yet though. We also have what resources are being outputted from the surface. Actually, it's very basic at the moment. Armies, we only have to start with 5 basic defense armies, and the spaceport, which allows you to construct ships. Lovely. When I start, I like to build a science ship first. We'll just leave that build for a while. And now then, we'll get to the ships we have out at the moment.
I will BRB Adam. Sorry.
That's fair enough. Alright then, we have our science ships, which also has a scientist in it. Now, science ships are very important. They will allow you to survey your home system, which is very useful, which will help you reveal is or anomalies. We'll just send him off. Simple really. Left click to select, right click to order, click on a planet, click survey, and he will survey everything in the planet. Or system, I should say. Next we have the construction ship. As I said earlier, this will basically be building all sorts of things out in space for you.
Construction complete.
Such as minerals, very good. Science is done. As you see, there's nothing here at the moment. We've found 2 edge credits on this lovely planet. Alright then, so basically, same again, left click, right click on the planet, and you can see orders, build mining station. He will go off to do that now once I've imposed the game. But right then, on to this science ship. Now the reason why, now, science ships cannot research, or I should say research survey systems without a scientist with them. Show the window is no leader assigned, assign leader, we click on that and it'll take us to the leader screening. Actually we have no free scientists, as they are all currently busy with other projects. So we're going to go to here, which is recruit. We have all these scientists that are waiting in the wings for their chance to serve the government. As you can see, they're all level 1 at the moment. They're different ages, but they all cost 50 influence. Looking at these, I think I'm going to select the maniacal one. As you know, I like my pluses to research. Maniacal's a bit of a waste to send out in the early setting and put him into a space, into a science ship. So I think I'm going to switch this one for this one. Quite simply so. And then select and then send him to work there. That's out of the way. We're going to send him on his way. Clicking this button here. The bottom, this is bottom here. Or by pressing M or E. We'll take out into the galaxy, so we have a lovely galaxy here. With all these lovely stars waiting to be explored. So then, same thing as the planets before. Right click. Left click to survey. I think we're going to queue up a few sites for him to survey. So again, like this time holding shift, right click, left click, right click, left click, right click, left click. And so on. Survey systems you can queue up. But there's quite a few though, so nothing really much to worry about. That's enough for him for now. Other screen is this orange circle. This represents your FTL range. This represents how far you, basically any planet that's outside of the circle is not within range, so you'll have to jump to a certain planet. Like so these planets here are within range. These planets outside are not within range. Very simple that is. Not really much to say about that. This can also be increased with researching better jump drives, FTL drives. So now then, we're going to go back to the home planet screen. I did that quickly by right clicking on the planet in this section here. It's also very important for you. This basically shows you all the planets, your military fleets, your civilian ships, and your rally points. Currently our only rally points at the moment are the 3 corvettes, home planet, These can be set by clicking on the flag here. Set rally point. But now then, back to the planet screen. When I usually start, I like to... The first thing I usually build is a... Well, I would build if I had the resources. Is a monument. This will increase the output of Unity, which is very important. But since Alt is AFK, I will not continue the game. We're going to basically work on here. I see. Have a look about. Check everything is in order. So yeah, this is why we're here. Obviously, show you interesting things that have happened. The only thing so far is that our spaceboat has finished constructing the science ship. Very good. Actually, while we are waiting, I'll show off the other bar here that I've neglected. First bar, contacts. Basically, that the galaxy, as far as you see, since we've met nobody, it's just the Low Empire. Our next one is a situation log. So we show you anomalies, events, and other things. Nothing here at the moment. We have the victory screen. See victories, domination, conquest, and federation. Domination is owning habitable planets, at least 40% of all habitable planets. Conquest is removing all other empires. And federation is basically joining together with other planets in a federation to control 60% of all habitable planets. So we're back to the science screen, that's all very well and good. And now then, we have an important one here, which is this is a drop down tab, which has all these lovely things to click on. First one on the list is planets and sectors. Just basically another view for your planets under your control, also allows you to build sectors, but we'll get onto that later if we actually need them. Tend not to use sectors as the AI is a bit broken at the moment. Not very smart AI. Next one is policies and edicts. These are basically policies are the laws of your government. As you can see, all these other things: war philosophy, food stockpile, open bombardment. I'm going to set that to full. We'll get to that later once we actually start bombing things. Resettlement, basically how you move around. The pops is prohibited. It'll stay prohibited. First contact is aggressive. Basically, if you want to talk to people, how will they first meet you? We'll especially change your selection of little lines you can basically tell people. Initial border status, basically when you meet someone, this will dictate whether your borders are open to them, which means they can move in, or closed, which means they can't move in. Next you have robot workers. It's pretty simple. Basically, are robot workers allowed to work in your empire? Yes, they are. Slavery. Slavery is bad. We don't go with slavery and purges. Purges are also bad. Next we have edicts. These are different to planetary edicts. They affect your entire empire. See, we only have 5 at the moment. We have research grants, which will give you a plus 20 bonus to research speed for either engineering, society, or physics. And they cost 0.94 influence a month, which we deduct from this number here. We also have information quality and encouraging thought, or political thought I should say. These will basically change your ethic attraction, whether increasing ethic attraction or increasing ethic shift chance. All well and good. Next on the list is the factions. These are not here at the moment, but once the empire starts to get large enough, factions will form. These basically will grant you extra influence and as long as you meet their requirements. We'll get more into that later. Strategic resources, like I said earlier, nothing here. We'll find that later once we research them. We have species. Basically, what species inhabit your empire? Right now, we only have the Lao and robots. All well and good. Actually, we go. So you can set the rights for your species. Click on this button here. All these different colourful versions of non-citizenship. Living standards, how well maintained they are. All the way from academic privilege to utopian abundance, social welfare, all the way down to non-existent. Very nice. I'm going to switch this to utopian abundance, which will grant me a plus 20 happiness, represented by here. But that will increase the cost of these pops. They do cost minerals. Actually, there in the form of consumer goods. Currently 4.5 minerals a month, or minus 4.5 to the total. Sorry. The species page. We also have military service, whether no military service, limited military service, or full military service. Basically, whether or not full. The only difference between military service and limited and full military service is that it decides whether or not this species can be generals. With limited military service, they can be troops, but not generals. With full, they can be troops and generals. I'll get the generals later once they are needed. Next up is colonization rights. Whether or not your species is allowed to colonize other planets. Pretty important, not gonna lie. Next up is population control. Whether or not you can stop your pop from expanding. Currently there's no population control because we need more pops. And next up we have migration control. Whether or not your pops can move around from planet. Currently there's no migration control. And either we don't have purges either, so can't do anything with them. Not really much of the robots here at the moment, except their traits. Say, the leadership page can also be accessed here. So you have governors, scientists, admirals, which will be for military ships. Just recruit an admiral, so we have one already. So they also have their unique traits. We have eager, which is minus 33% cost to hire them. Represented there. We have gale speed, which basically increases evasion, sublight speed, and combat speed. All well and good. Gotta go fast and light. We also have the trickster, which is also combat speed and also minus 50% LFTL damage. Basically, if you need to escape from a situation you can't beat. And again, we have gale speed. I think I'm going to this one for his age and his trait. There we go. He's now going to take command. This will also increase the power of your military fleet as well. It's very useful. Give you the edge. Jump back down to the solar system here. Solar system.
Back.
Right. Al has rejoined us. Al, are you ready to resume?
Indeed I am.
And then I basically explained to them all the other drop-down tabs and the like.
I see.
Oh, one last thing before I start, we have traditions, a drop-down panel as well. You just click on the map here. The last two are expansion planets. We show you what planets you can expand to, and what resources they have, cost, size, name, modifiers, and status. Well, good. And the last one is the ship designer. Obviously, you're allowed to edit the designs of your ships. Can't really do much here at the moment. This is very early game. We'll be doing stuff with that later on. Alright then, I think we are now ready to... Would you agree, Alan?
I would agree.
Alright then, and here we go. Oh, quick question, would you rather play on normal, fast, or very fast?
Generally my default speed is fast, but I'll leave it up to you.
I say we'll put it on fast, we see from these two here. One's too fast. I know while they're all looking. They're just gonna basically go about their business. Researching, building, and exploring.
Yes. Earlier, when you listed off the qualities of a scientist, I also had the exact same qualities of maniacal, spark of genius, and adaptable.
I could slotted him in.
I grabbed a research speed particles and slotted him in physics, even though I'm researching solar panels. More for later date purposes, because it was particle physics, industry, or materials, I believe.
Construction complete.
Oops, another build order completed. Oh, while we're here and there's a bit of quiet, we'd also like to mention that we are a variety stream. We stream other things other than Stellaris. If you try, should be a backload of Dishonored, played by Jack. He's not here at the moment. Where's Jack? How can I put this politely?
Blunders his way through both not killing and then deciding to kill everything he comes across.
I was going to use blunder, but I want to try and put it a bit more politely.
Blundered is the appropriate word. I would not call him proficient in stealth.
Yes.
Anomaly found.
Ooh, wasn't it? We've covered our
Though
first.
again, neither am I, but
Covered our first anomaly. Just click on the go to button up here. It's down here. Presented by this little blue microscope. It shows you signs of a battle, what it is, the description, who has found it, the anomaly level, and the failure risk. As you can see, the failure risk here is 40%. I do not wish to research this file. I'm going to click leave B for now. I'll research that at a later point, once my scientists have become more proficient. Oop, and randomly the Admiral has gained a trait. He has gained fleet logistics or logician.
useful.
That'll basically, if I click on the Admiral here, it's not showing up for some reason. There it is. -10 ship upkeeps, very useful. Midge feats our resource hog in this game. Chew up minerals. Energy like no. Right then. While
I found a 4NG planet in my starting system.
Find you lucky, I found 2 energy and Sylvia 2 minerals.
Oops, whoops.
Construction complete.
That's not. Actually, no. It is only one difficulty. My apologies. And then
Moved out. Also, a quick thing that I've mistakenly forgot. This yellow circle, this represents your borders. It's very important. Your borders are important. You cannot build outposts on systems outside your borders. You can within your borders. Your borders will be expanded by your pop ethics, civics, or by building
And
frontier
frontier
outposts and colonizing other planets. So right then, I think I've explained the very basics there.
I agree.
So I'm just gonna play the game for a bit.
Okay, that's good. There's 2 habitable worlds in an adjacent system to me. And a habitable world and a tomb world in a secondary system that is near to me.
Two-
Anomaly found.
Tomb worlds are a special type of planet that can only spawn in game. For now, they are basically irradiated, very kindly irradiated hellholes, dead worlds, basically. They're not very
To quote the description, a rocky world with a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is currently experiencing a nuclear winter with dense layers of sooty aerosols in the atmosphere, high levels of surface radiation, and minimal signs of life.
It's a very good description of America in like the next 5 months.
Construction complete.
And there goes the American view base. Ooh, we've had an event.
Farewell, we hearten anew thee.
Discovery of alien life. Yeah. Discovered. We're not alone in this universe. Interesting. This will basically. Oh, we've had another event. Glancing hit. Science was almost hit by a rogue shell from outer space. Hate when that happens.
It is quite problematic.
Probably come from the other system over where Purity basically fired all their shells. Ooh, we have contact with remnants.
Ah. Adam, I am mildly curious. Where are you in relation to the galaxy map as a clock? I'm about 8:45.
Around that area as well.
Reconnaissance completed.
Oh.
Has anybody asked any questions?
I don't believe so.
So
Double check
lonely.
now. Showed only.
We have one viewer.
One is better than none.
One is the no.
The loneliest number that I never knew.
Stop before Twitch copyrights us.
Please. It's not as if we're performing the actual clip,
We could.
which we won't.
We would. And that's J-Rip. Thank you for tuning into the stream. And then Sajid, there's an empty planet.
Oh dear.
That's very nice. Well, fun little fact, you will always have 2 planets of your selected type spawn close by. This basically stops you from basically being trapped with, I don't know, surrounded by 5 tomb worlds. As humorous as that would be.
Oh dear.
Is that a problem, Alan?
Yes, I believe that I'm experiencing lag. If you would check our comparative dates at the top right.
Indeed, you're 3 days behind me.
Yes. I have ceased doing anything, it would appear.
Alan suffers a time flux.
Yes. It's a shame when that happens.
Sit here and admire the planet for a bit.
I'm stuck at 54% surveying a planet.
Yay, technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Hooray for running on potato internet in both our cases.
Oh, I can't have it all.
No, you can't. Although sometimes I wish we could.
I want it all.
I want it all. I want it all, and I want it now.
As I can feel clips of this VOD being muted as we speak.
Amateur covers won't get us muted. Only playing the actual thing will get us muted, I'm pretty sure.
And let me break out my guitar. No. So, I think the stream's been pretty well so far, barring technical shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, like I was saying, we are a variety stream. We stream multiple things, as a variety stream does. This is currently my time slot. 7 till...
Adam?
Yep.
I believe I've caught up, if you want to continue.
Play and Tazar, we're now continuing on.
There we go. Actual stuff is happening.
Yes, you see we have surface tiles here. They make up your planet, basically the space you have. Planet starts with tile blockers. They are bad, they can be removed by paying up resources. Probably want to do that at some point. That's a good question, Ad. How long do you want to have this run on for?
Oh, I'm pretty flexible. A couple of hours, I would say.
What time do we start? About 7:15?
Recon pass activated.
About that, yes.
I think we can go till about 9 o'clock. That's about 9:15. It's a good 2 hours.
Indeed.
Don't want to overload the stream.
It's true.
Yes, this should be completed. See, we have a planet. Currently has 18 tiles. Very nice planet. We'll probably expand to that later.
Let's clear that tile blocker in preparation for when that pop finishes spawning.
Ah yes, thank you. I see we don't start with a full planet with a pop. Okay, pop is growing down here. This will be affected by food, the size of the planet, the number of pops on the planet, and other things such as technologies, edicts, civics, all sorts of things.
Buildings as well.
Yes.
Good old gene clinics.
I remember when gene clinics were called field hospitals.
Oh.
And you could only build them on frontier hospitals. I mean,
Anomaly found.
we have another anomaly. I'll leave that be for now.
Oh. And I've discovered my first precursor artifact.
Anything interesting?
The Cybrex.
Interesting.
I've also discovered olfactory study.
Best get sniffing.
Unfortunately, none of my scientists are proficient enough to be able to differentiate between the smells yet. I've only got a pair of 2 stars. Need myself a 3.
See back as we said back, let them research, explore, build, and hopefully not explode.
Hopefully not explode, although sometimes they do explode.
Quite annoyingly.
Indeed. Usually when you warp into a system and discover that a dimensional horror is there.
Yes, essential horrors. Hopefully we don't. Oh,
Construction complete.
Oh,
we've had
tradition.
we've had a tradition pop in. I think I will go with the expansion tradition. It's a nice opener.
I'm a science nerd in Stellaris. I always go for discovery first.
I'm sorry for your loss.
System reconnaissance completed.
As you can see, there's another thing. It's also increased the amount of unity we will need for the next level. This is exponential. An expansion.
Ah.
An expansion opening is 100% to 100% to colony development speed, which is very useful. So then we're just gonna sit back and wait now for something to
Science
happen.
Division
Oh,
reports a new breakthrough.
we have researched a new biolabs one. Click on a new success. We're gonna go with population growth speed, gene mapping. It's very useful.
Let's do genome mapping. Aye. Growth speed is always nice.
Right now, I'm basically constructing 3 more corvettes, and I've also discovered the Cyberx.
New sit rep.
And the race is on to find their ring world.
Which you almost likely win. I always tend to peter out about 3 or 4 artifacts. I can never find any more.
It is a bit of a pain. Yes, we know she's currently just building more corvettes for the fleet. I do quite like the humanoid ship set.
System.
Anomaly found.
It's very nice. I'm gonna leave that one be for now. Space station.
Are there any better admirals available? No, there aren't. Darn. My
Anomaly
choices of
found.
admirals at the moment are 2 eagers
System
and an
analysis
adaptable.
completed.
But the adaptable is 47.
Old.
Quite old. Would probably die before he saw pirates.
Construction complete.
And now we have 6 corvettes. You say you're about 845.
Science Division report success.
We've had another research pop-up.
I am going to save my money for the corvettes and instead rush to expand. I'm a couple of months away from my first colony ship after all. Let's do global energy management. Gotta get that energy grid at ASAP. Plus 10% energy credits is nothing to scoff at.
No, it is not.
So the question now becomes, what system do I wish to inhabit? I think the Lesath system, because there's an 8 mineral system directly adjacent to it that I would quite like to have to my borders.
8 minerals is always useful.
They are indeed. Or, seeing as the Lesath system is already within my borders, I could expand to the Sikon system, which is also adjacent to that 8 mineral system, and still have an 80% habitable planet, as well as bring a whole slew of other systems under my sway.
Science Division report success.
Decisions. Oh. Unfortunately, it's only a 10-tile size planet.
Yeah, it's not worth.
I would say not worth. Let's go with the 16 tiles in Lesath 2.
Always build a frontier outpost. I tend not to build frontier outposts. I don't. They are useful, but
The consistent influence drain is a tad annoying. Jesus, there is a lot of food on this planet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 singular food tiles and a 1 mineral, 1 food tile.
very useful.
I mean, not really. I find the situation where I run out of food to be quite minimal.
Anomaly found.
It's quite a bother when it does happen, but it doesn't happen too often. Ah, I have discovered a primitive species. They are currently in the Renaissance era.
You know, every primitive empire I've seen has always nuked itself. Which is quite sad.
Really?
Completed.
That's unfortunate.
I think I've only seen 2 or 3 empires make it to
New sit rep.
full-fledged star empires.
Without the assistance of uplifting?
Yep.
I see.
We've gained another civic. Not civic, tradition. Ooh, we've only come with space
I have
aliens.
found beta aliens. Seeing as how we both just said we discovered another species at the exact same time, I think we found each other, Adam. Oh, actually, no, I don't think so, because the aliens I found was a 242 strength fleet.
System reconnaissance completed. System reconnaissance completed.
A bit of a bad start here, if I'm not gonna lie.
Have you?
I've only got 1 star within my borders and I only had 2 energy in it.
I see. Well, hopefully you'll have some bountiful systems on your borders.
Yeah, I've only got 1 planet and only 2 energy in it.
Actually, yes, Adam, I think that that's your fleet of 6 corvettes. Judging by their design. Could you please not attack my science vessel? Okay. Oh. The Lao Empire.
Recon pass completed.
The way forward lies in our hands, Lao.
And clever.
Incredibly rude. Anyway, you wouldn't get past my spaceport at this stage.
That's what you think. Haha!
Ho ho. Have you found the Trappist system yet, Adam?
Why?
It's quite a nice system.
No, I have not.
It is due north of the Penic system where your corvettes and my science vessel currently are, or were at any stage.
What's it called, sorry?
Straight north
Yeah.
from the Penic system where your corvettes and my science vessel just were.
What's the name of it again, sorry? Trappist.
Trappist.
Yeah, see, it's right next to you.
It is. So, very nice system. 2 energy, 11 minerals, 4 society, and 3 engineering.
Very nice.
Let's do mineral processing. And you go to that system.
System reconnaissance completed.
System successfully scanned.
Well, I found 2 Cyberbricks artifacts. Not that I'm at the level where I can research them yet. One is level 3, one is level 5. And I've established my first colony in the Lezath system. And discovered another primitive civilization in the Hycan system,
Anomaly found.
who are in the Bronze Age.
Construction complete.
We have a colony ship. And now let's go settle a colony. Failure. It's not good.
Let's build solar panels and then 3 more corvettes.
Put you down here. And settle a colony. And away he goes. Brave little colony ship. Off to explore. And sit down.
Hopefully not to explore. I would assume you already discovered a planet to colonize if you are sending one out there.
Well, you know, to boldly go.
There's just need to boldly go and to fly off into space without a hope or prayer.
Construction complete.
Ooh, Administrative AI or field modulation?
Probably administrative AI, for my personal opinion.
Reconnaissance completed.
I'd agree. Nothing wrong with more speed.
No, there is not. Selected another additional population. This would be quite useful. Get the ball rolling quicker.
Have you... Oh, it's probably because of your ethics. I was wondering, have you already got enough unity to get another tradition? Because I'm still 6 months away.
Because I built a
System reconnaissance
monument.
completed.
Ah, I see. I too shall build a monument and upgrade works on Spiria Prime.
It's going pretty well so far.
Indeed. Oh, hold on. Oh, goody. Right then. Track on map. Track on map. You. Get out the analyst system. I need you to get... You've got stuff to do, my friend.
It's the early game.
It is.
Waiting for stuff to happen. But it's pretty simple though, once you get the hang of it.
Hey! I succeeded in tactically terraforming a planet.
Ooh,
Science division report success.
very interesting. Oh, wait,
Only with a small expenditure of 200 engines.
research another one. We'll go with border range.
Swap. Research. Go, my boy. You finish constructing your mining station. Move back to Spirit bit.
something you want to talk about while we're waiting there, Alex? Because I've got nothing really to explain at the moment. Just
Completed.
pattering about.
Field engineers have cleared the rock.
Nothing really springs to mind at the moment. I've talked about most of the interesting stuff that has popped up for me. Finished genome mapping, so let's get started on
Anomaly
space combat. Gotta get that nerve capacity up, if not for now, then for the later game. Another Cyberx artifact, marvelous. Well, I say another. I believe that's my first actually successfully researched Cyberx artifact. Yes. And considering that this construction vessel is currently sitting about doing nothing, let's build a research station. While I slowly wait for my borders to encroach on the Xeric system so I can build mining stations to get those lovely 8 minerals.
Discovered an ancient life pod.
Ooh.
Character open had a withered corpse in it.
Charming.
Sad fate.
Quite regrettable.
anomaly found.
Guess you see he couldn't wither the storm.
One could say that, I suppose, yes. I also found a anomaly in the lesson system that led to a 6 society research planet popping up. Oop. Go.
Why say, aren't you fancy? I've got nothing. I've literally only got one other planet within my borders.
And I have just finished olfactory study. Right. Let's get you surveying over there.
It's a new breakthrough.
We now have administrative AI.
Good stuff.
Continue the push. Because remember, in low, we are strong.
In a year, 2 months, well,
Anomaly
a
found.
year and a month, my colony shall be established.
Say my colony's already being established. Hooray for 100% colony speed. Very useful.
It is, especially considering that I started my colony a long while before yours was. Let's go... AI-controlled colony ships. It won't be helpful by the time this first colony is done establishing itself, but it shall be useful for future colonies.
Said you'll survive that long. Haha.
A new world has been secured for our colonists.
Aha. Oh, hello, Adam. Just for sake of ease, should we trade star charts?
No, because that means I've reduced the chance of you finding Cyberx
System
artifacts.
reconnaissance completed.
Fair.
You see why, you wonder why it peters out? That's probably why.
It's true. Ooh, let's go there. And now to patiently wait until the automated exploration research comes up for physics. Good. Good. Zerak is within my borders. Build those mining stations.
Complete.
Get me that sweet, get me those sweet dollar
Communications
bills.
established with an alien empire.
Do you want the good? Do you want the bad news or the worst news?
Let's hear the worst news.
I found a devouring swarm.
Okay. What's the bad news?
They're quite close by. They are about.
I would consider the worst news that they're close nearby. The bad news is just that you discovered a devouring swarm.
Well, I feel like the devouring swarm itself is worse news.
Fair.
You know, the fact they exist is pretty bad.
It is. It is. And my colony has been established. Good
New
stuff.
sit rep. Recon pass completed.
Also discovered a. Ooh. I've discovered a merchant enclave.
Oh,
Or
very
enclave.
nice.
Well, a Gaia world. Don't mind if I do.
I discovered a third Cyberx artifact. It requires level 4 science, of which I do not yet possess.
I guess that's something we could discuss.
Hmm?
Apocalypse.
Construction complete.
Yes, indeed. Apocalypse.
So what are you most looking forward to then? If you are looking forward to it at all.
I am looking forward to it. I mean, everything in Apocalypse sounds fun. I mean, Titans, because, you know, there's nothing wrong with bigger, more expensive and massive warships. And, of course, Death Stars, because Death Stars. It's a shame that I usually play pacifist races, so my super weapon is limited to the Peace Dome.
I feel
Okay, you're sitting in timeout. You're not getting off this planet.
I feel like that's worse.
New sit rep.
Because you're basically stuck in a box for the rest of your life.
New sit rep.
So the pacifists are the real bad
Anomaly
guys.
found.
Oh, pardon me.
See,
Your planet is your prison. You know what you did.
Science division reports a new breakthrough.
probably build an empire that's sole purpose is basically put everyone in the timeout zone.
Well, I've already found 5 of the artifacts I need for the Cybrex. I can't research them all yet, because I don't have the high enough skill level, but I found 5.
And what do you say about beating me, Arlid?
Yeah.
Oh well, at least I found a guy world.
It's true. I wonder. No, it couldn't be, because the Cybrex homeworld is a ring world, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Then ignore what my mind posited of could it be the tomb world that I started like 2 systems away from was the Cyberx homeworld?
No, you can't find the precursor homeworld until you find all the artifacts. It doesn't show up on the map
Let's see.
for that exact reason.
Oh, space pirates.
Great pirates. I just got them as well. And automated exploration.
Good for you.
Right, rally those 6 corvettes, boys, for one hunting.
Okay. Pirates just jumped into the Lazarth system. Oh, they've jumped out of the Lazarth system and are currently in the Zurich system, which is my mineral system. GTFO, lads. GTFO. Ah, good. I found a 32-year-old aggressive admiral. Good stuff. Now engage in the Zurich system, lads. Come on, before I kill the goddamn mining outpost.
Comet sighted, it's a good omen.
They blew up a mining station. I am not pleased.
Taking evasive action. Construction complete.
I lost 1 ship and a mining station.
I lost no
Bloody pirates.
I lost no ships and no mining stations,
Bloody pirates!
so I'm the best. Do you know what's funny? Do you know how I discovered that starring swarm?
How?
I found a derelict ship with some crews, with some survivors on it. I returned them to their home nation and turned out to be a devouring swarm. I was tricked by some drones.
That is unfortunate.
Taking evasive action. Anomaly.
Sure, let's go to that black hole. And just hope that there is no dimensional horror in there. That would be quite unfortunate.
It's Cthulhu sector.
Construction complete.
Well, good news. I have entered the system. I have not yet seen the dimensional horror, so I don't think it's in there. Let's do Goranthium mining and Galactic Ambition. Oh, actually no, heritage sites. There we go. Yep, just a black hole in that system. Good.
It's the black hole.
To the black hole. New ones. Okay. Where are you? There we go. Change scientist to Pekida and research.
Taking evasive action.
What I found with the pirate station is going to have to
Oh, I have also found where. Oh god, I have found the old pirates.
the 2K one or the 20K one.
12K, 8K, and 800.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Could be better. Oh, automated expiration protocols. Yunk.
Special project complete.
If you're curious, Adam, the old pirates are in the Zarim system.
Well, I just blew up a rogue probe.
I see.
System reconnaissance completed.
I am currently waiting for my sign ship to return after it went missing because, 20k's worth of pirates. There we go. Found its way back to the south. I found the Rigan Commerce Exchange.
Engaging enemy station.
Yeah, that's what I found as well.
Silicone life forms. Intriguing.
Anomaly found.
Started production on my second colony ship. Which reminds me, let's build that solar panel network on the spaceport for Lezath.
Anomaly found.
What's your economy looking like, Adam?
4 and 17.
11 and 29.
I got screwed because I got down at like one planet within my borders.
It's fair.
I'm working on alleviating that.
I've got 5 influence a month. I could afford to post a colony in the Trappist system. I just need to wait till I have the minerals to do it. How much do I need? I need 102 minerals. Cool. Whew. That's a 12 mineral system right there. The Navi system.
Redundant life form will be consumed. Yeah, thanks for that.
I wonder where these blasted pirates. Go on patrol.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough. Battle debris secured. Construction complete. Science Division reports a new breakthrough. System reconnaissance completed. Construction complete.
There we go. Upgraded my fleet to the latest designs with armor. Now, what I back on patrol, find these blasted pirates.
Found an abandoned amusement park.
Ships refitted.
Well, yeah, that's interesting.
Interesting.
System reconnaissance completed.
Let's do coil gun. Always helps to have better guns when you need to kill things.
You know, like that devouring swarm that's down there.
It's true. Okay. Oh, found the pirates. In the REAG system.
Oh, good luck with
I
that.
am going to absolutely destroy them.
Construction complete. Science Division report success.
My colony ship has landed on... I can't pronounce that goddamn word. I'm going to rename that colony. Fidhilum Prime?
So my plan's already landed in the Stellaris system. Gonna go nab that Gaia world.
I see. Good job blowing up those pirates, lads.
Battle debris
Turn to
secured.
base for repairs and accommodations.
Congratulations on not dying. That's your accommodation.
Our pioneers have made planetfall. Construction complete.
Research deal.
Very well. It would be in our best interests.
Construction complete.
Well, I say that, you're getting more out of this deal than I am. I forgive you. Right. Yes, I'll leave you in orbit of that planet.
Last question now. Have you activated your academic privilege?
Yes, I have. I did it while you were discussing the species tab, etc. Was actually returned a while before I announced I'd return because I didn't want to interrupt your flow. Right.
I wouldn't really call it a flow. It was more me stuttering and rambling and mumbling.
You were still trying to make points, and I didn't want to interrupt you. It would have been the height of rudeness.
I found some presentience.
Oh.
Presentient, but they have natural intellectuals.
That word. I don't think you know what it means.
I might try and uplift them, see what happens.
Oh,
Science
interesting.
Division reports a new breakthrough.
I've never uplifted a civilization before.
Neither have I, but I'm about to find out. Knowing my luck, I'd uplift them and they become fanatic purifiers.
I was going to say, I fear a Krogan issue if I uplift a civilization.
And the other problem is they're very close to that fanatic purifier, so they might not be the devouring storm, so they might not be long for this world.
True. Wait, there's a fanatic purifier and a devouring swarm.
No, I meant to say devouring swarm. You know what I mean.
Anomaly found.
Good. I was mildly concerned.
Just go from bad to worse.
Twould.
Science Division.
It would be a crash course in my learning of war.
So I heard you don't usually do much warfare. Well, now you've just been.
Now's as good as time's any.
You've been conscripted.
But we're pacifists, Adam.
Yeah, would you rather be a standing pacifist or a pacifist at the bottom of a mass grave?
I'd really rather keep living if it were all the same.
Well, shuns.
Four months away from automatic exploration.
System reconnaissance.
6 months away from swamp tar blocks, and 12 months away from coil guns. All is proceeding well. Oh, goody. New tradition.
Special project.
Let's have more choices when choosing research, shall we?
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Considering I'm sitting on a bit of a stockpile of minerals, let's expand the fleet.
Anomaly found.
4 more corvettes should do nicely. Let's do deflectors, for which you've already done, and this will give me a nice little 25% boost. Oh, found the devouring swarm.
See, aren't they lovely?
They look pretty cool. They're like Hydra people. I don't think I've seen that race portrait before. Are they from humanoids?
No.
New sitrep.
I'm actually not sure where they're from.
Shame. They look cool.
Construction complete.
There we go. Automatic expiration. Automatic expiration. Coil guns. Good. Let's do... Ooh. Do I jump to rail guns or autocannons, Adam?
That's up to you, which grabs your attention.
Autocannons.
Construction complete.
42 months.
New sitrep.
And we ascend. And that's one tradition tree done.
New sitrep.
I still have 2 perks left to go for discovery.
Science division reports a new breakthrough. New sitrep. Special project complete. ship's refitted.
One more Cyberbricks artifact's all I need. Oh,
Looks like it's a war they want.
they've declared us rivals indeed. There we go. Communicate, declare rival. Pish off. Let's do orbital hydroponic farms.
Special project complete. System reconnaissance completed.
Yes, let's do that. Non-aggression pact, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Considering defensive pacts actually take influence after all.
Hopefully that'll keep hive mind aggression at bay.
Hopefully.
Probably not.
One can hope.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough. Anomaly found.
Yes, I'd like to keep Veer ruling because my agenda is scientific leap, and I do appreciate that 10% research speed.
System reconnaissance completed.
What's your agenda, by the way, Adam?
Fleet expansion.
Ah. Oh, I also have salty, which increases my happiness throughout the empire, despite being salty.
Construction complete. Ships refitted. Taking evasive action. Construction complete.
Let's do border range.
Send in the torpedo boats.
Recon pass completed.
Oh, discover torpedoes, have you, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good stuff. Gives a nice little offensive boost to Corvette.
I like the look of the torpedo variant of the Corvette hull.
Ah, I found Limbo.
So wait till you research what you call it.
Droids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get that pop.
Then you get that colony.
Well, not colony, it's population. It's a pop.
I mean, they effectively established a colony on a new planet.
Fleet action underway.
Uh, oh, okay. Autocannons.
Well, I forgot torpedoes ignore shields.
Let's go get those. Hmm?
Forgot torpedoes ignore
Yes,
shields.
torpedoes ignore shields.
Science division.
And power plant 2. Let's. There we go. 44 months till I max out Discovery. Download the neural patterns for safekeeping.
Hmm. It's coming up. Are you okay to call it there for tonight, or do you want to? So we've done a 2-hour set.
That's fair.
That's a nice number. I'm just gonna save the game, pause the game. Anything you want to do now if I pause it?
Everything's okay.
I'll pause the game. I should do that properly. So would you like to sign off?
Thank you for watching. We will presumably continue this game next Tuesday. And I hope this was informative and you all enjoyed.
Alright then, it's time to go contact tech support.
Indeed. Just awfully inconvenient not being able to finish the streams upon our own command. And save game. And exit.